Hi friends, so today I'm going to talk to you about Alexander Calder. Alexander Calder was an artist, but he was specifically a sculptor, but not like you'd think a sculptor, like made out of like stone or wood or plaster. He made mobiles and things that moved and looked like they were in motion, and sometimes they were. He invented the mobile, so thousands of babies all over the world can thank him for lulling them to sleep. He was born in Pennsylvania in 1898, so about 100 years ago. And he was from a family of artists themselves, and they really wanted him to try to be an engineer or something like that and not be an artist for a profession, because they wanted him to be able to make some money. So he tried that, but he really found himself wanting to become an artist. And he went to school and he did sketches, but he really found himself interested in the circus. And he built toys that could move, and he made his own miniature circus eventually. And then he moved on to mobiles and things that moved, and also very large sculptures that may not move, but they looked like they were in motion. So I'm going to show you a little bit of his work. So first, like all artists, he has to develop some plans. So here is a picture of one of his pictures before he made a sculpture. You see a lot of his stuff is geometrical, which means triangles, circles, shapes that could possibly be in motion at one time. Here is a picture, and you see we're outside here. So look, that could be a person there, and look how big this is, and it moves all on that spindle, and the thing moves around and around. Can you imagine seeing that? All those primary colors, those red, blue, and yellows. Here's a smaller one. Actually, I think it goes this way, and it moves all those little pieces. Here's another one that's more stable, and you see he was working with lots of colors and wires to move those. Here's the sun and the moon, and I bet they moved around in circles. But he also did self-portraits, just like most artists. And here's a picture of him, but it's made with wires, friends. Do you see that? It's made with wire. And when I was talking about the circus, here's a wire sculpture that he made out of trapeze artists. And it's all done in wire. Here's one of his bigger pictures. You see that's some tents in the background in a building. And so even though that's a stable, heavy steel sculpture, it looks kind of like it's moving, right? All right, friends, so that's a little bit about Calder, and now I'm going to talk about what we're going to do his work in our way. So the first thing, there's 2 or 3 different things you can do. One thing you can do is you could do a piece of sculpture, like I showed you in the beginning, and we need some colored paper. So you need a paper that's a little bit sturdy, like cardstock, or maybe 2 pieces of construction paper, something that's a little heavier than copy paper. And then you're going to fold it in half so that you've got an open in here and an open in on this side and a fold line here. Then you're going to take your scissors and you're going to cut like this, but don't go all the way to the edge. So you're going to cut here, and then I cut a line here, but you notice I did not cut all these lines, but I open them like that. And then you can open this up, and look at that. Now I could take this and I could move the pieces in different ways. You see, I could fold this one this way and this one this way. I could fold this one this way, this one on this side, and I could fold this one going this way. And you just kind of move them around until you get them the way you like them, kind of creating a creature. So you see that? I've made like a little bit of a thing. Let's see, I'll move this last one. There you go. And then if you want, you could take another one. Now this one I've cut with rounded edges. Do you see? Round, 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 and round. And now when I open it up, I could do, again, the same thing. Open it. And you could also close it back up and color on it, make some designs, and then open it back up. It's almost a little bit festive, right? For Hanukkah or Christmas. That's kind of why I decided to do this at this time of year. And so now I have another one. Now I could stack these on each other. I could try to weave them in together somehow. Or I could just leave them standing next to each other. Don't they look nice together? And here's a picture of some that some friends have done. You see how they have added polka dots and different things to them. So that's one way we can show our respect and do a design like Calder. The other thing you can do is something like this. And remember when we made our own playground back in the spring? You could cut strips of paper. Now construction paper would be great for this. A white piece of paper like this, and then you could tape loops going back and forth and zigzaggy stripes and things that move. Even though this stuff is sitting by itself, it kind of looks like it's moving, right? You could even maybe draw a person and cut them out and act like it's a giant playground. Okay, so that's number 2. And the last thing you could do is you could make your own mobile. And then if you want to make your own mobile, you would want some pipe cleaners, and you could use any color pipe cleaners, or string, or yarn, or you could use wire if you're with your grown-ups, florist wire, any kind of bendable wire. Now Miss Kate used pipe cleaners, and I took some colored paper and I folded it and I glued it onto one of my papers. And I'll show you a little bit about how I did that. So I cut a shape like that, and I folded it in half, and I took my pipe cleaner, I glued the inside, and I stuck it in like that. Just like that, in any shape you want. So right now I have 2 shapes. I have this shape and I have this one. Now you could also use a coat hanger if you want, and you could take your things and you could put them on the coat hanger like this. Oops. Like that, and let them go in different directions, and you could hang the coat wire up, and then it would turn like this with the wind, especially if you hung it up either in the middle of a room or by a window. And you could just keep adding pieces. You could attach this here. You could make another one coming down, adding to it. The other thing you could do, if you don't want to use a coat hanger, you could have another piece like this, and you could have something hanging like this, and you could put like a paper clip or something hanging like that. And maybe keep trying to add pieces as much as you can, like, one second, you see how this has so many pieces, right? It's got this one, then this one, and then this one hangs to that one, and you could do many, many levels and see what happens. I hope you enjoy these projects. Do as many or as few as you like, and I can't wait to see them. Okay, bye for now.